Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. If you have clicked on this video, you're in for a real treat today. Today we're going to be doing life updates, COVID-19, death in the family, and Q&As, questions that you have asked, things that you all want to know. And I'm here to sit down and do it for you all. I know it's been a long time coming, but I'm so happy to be doing this life update with you all. We're in the month of August, so we're gearing up towards the end of the year. So you already know what I'm about to say. Go get a snack. This is going to be juicy girl talk. I promise you, you don't want to miss it. All right. So first and foremost, let me introduce myself. If some of you all do not know me, my name is EricaDenise. I am EricaDeniseWay, where we do everything here the E-way. Not always the right way, but we do it the E-way. And I promised you all I was going to sit down and we were going to talk about what's been going on in my life. So I had really great intentions to start 2021 off doing videos for you all like twice a week. But death struck my family in January. I had a loved one that passed away like January 17th, and I was not able to pick up the camera because I had to solely focus on that. Right in the process of that, it was my friend's birthday. I was out of work. I was on bereavement. And it was my friend's birthday. And I'll never forget this weekend. I got COVID-19. Yes, I said it. I got COVID-19. My nose is itching, so if you see me scratching my nose, it's because of itch. I was so sick, guys. Oh my God. If you have not had COVID-19, it's not a joke. It really isn't. I have asthma and it affected me pretty bad. There were times that I didn't feel like I was gonna survive. And at that same time, both my parents had COVID. My mom was hospitalized for 21 days. I was sick for about 45 days. Am I better now? I'm in a better space as far as my health is concerned. I still struggle with tiredness. I still struggle with my asthma and breathing sometimes. It's not all of the time. It's just sometimes. But when it happens, it makes me still feel like I have COVID sometimes. But I really don't know how I got sick. I don't know the magnitude of, the time frame. I know the date I felt really bad was January 24th. I know I felt really bad, but I couldn't pinpoint it. I went to my doctor's office and they diagnosed me with a sinus infection / upper respiratory infection, which for me, I was so used to getting those anyway. So for me, it was nothing to have a upper respiratory infection or a sinus infection. But when the medicine did not work, I was like, something has to be wrong. So my sister said, hey, I was talking to my sister every day. I had this nasty cough. And so my sister was like, hey, I think you should go get a COVID test. And I went and got a COVID test. It was my loved one's funeral was that Friday. My parents ended up calling me and letting me know that they had COVID like that Saturday or Sunday. That Monday I got my results and it was like I had COVID. it was really bad. I mean, I was in here struggling. I didn't know what to do. I was not afraid to die. And I'll tell anyone that I wasn't afraid to die. I just didn't want to die alone, if that makes sense. I was like, I'm going to be in my home all by myself. No one is going to be able to get to me. The few people that do have a key to my home, they're not going to think to come here. I'm literally going to die in the house. By that time, that thought process set in, my mom was getting put in the hospital because she got double pneumonia from COVID. And then my dad also had COVID, but my dad was pretty good. He only had a cough. He wasn't tired. That man had energy out of this world. Like, I went and I stayed with him for a while, and he would come check on me like every 10 minutes because my cough was so bad. I was like, oh my God. And the one thing, all I wanted to do was I wanted to take a deep breath, and I couldn't. And it was a struggle. And the doctor was like, hey, if you don't do this, you're going to get pneumonia. And I'm like, but I can't. You're telling someone who physically can't breathe to breathe. My doctors, they were horrible during that time. And I definitely will not be going back to them again. But yeah, they were completely horrible. And as I stated, I was sick for about 45 days. I didn't start to feel better. I got sick January 24th. I didn't start feeling halfway decent until like close to March. I know that the end of January, in the middle of COVID, my mentor, she succumbed to her sickness, which was cancer. That was tough. I promise not to cry. I promise, but it's sometimes when I do think about her, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I do think about her. Yeah, it's that part of me. Yeah, it's that part is very, very emotional. Yeah, that part is very emotional. Life is just so fragile. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but life is just so fragile, and you have to love the people that you love while you can. I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. I just needed to take a second to get myself together. I'm sorry. That's a very, very sensitive subject for me. It is very emotional for me. So I'm not saying that I'm going to skip over it. I know one day I am going to talk about it, and I'm going to do it for you all. I can't tell you when, but yeah. Thank you all for bearing with me. But yes, and then even in the process of me being sick, I was trying to go back to work, and I was struggling every day. I mean, I was struggling so bad to just stay woke. Even sometimes now, it's still a struggle to just stay woke. So I'm sick and I'm dealing with grief, double whammy. And then on top of that, right once I came from COVID, I had orders, and I was like, oh my God, I had become so overwhelmed with doing nothing but orders for my love, my heart, my soul, sweet creations, that I was like, man, I don't have time to pick up the camera. Every time I wanted to, even to just do a TikTok. Follow me on TikTok, by the way, EricaDeniseWay. Even just picking up my phone to do a TikTok, it was such a struggle. it took until almost May for me, well after my birthday. I turned 29, by the way. It took me well after my birthday to begin to feel better. And then I went on vacation, like the beginning of June. I went to Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm gonna try to put a clip in from Vegas, like right now. Hey, sis. Baby girl. Ow, okay? Hey. Thank you. Yes, that's me from Vegas. I had a ball. My parents are amazing. They sent me and my friends on a free trip to Vegas, and I loved them to life for that. It was the vacation that I needed, but when I came home, my tiredness came back. A lot of people call it jet lag, but I was 100% tired from that, and I was just like, oh my God. Like, can good sis get a break? I mean, I guess not. I just was like so overwhelmed, and it was just so much that was going on. I'm just like, yo, like I just need a break. So when I thought to pick up the camera, I would record millions. And when I say millions of videos, I was recording everything that I could for you all. Never edit them, never sat down. I just kind of like recorded and then deleted them. So that much I do apologize. But as of today, I'm doing better. I'm doing so much better as far as health-wise. But yes, I'm back working full-time. I'm back baking full-time. I have merch and new items coming out all the time, which is the reason why I wasn't able to pick up the camera. But guess what I did for you all? I have committed. Okay, remember my word back in the days, consistency? This is consistency. This is me showing y'all that, hey, Erica is serious about her YouTube channel. This for me is just for fun. You understand? This is just for fun. This is something I love. I love connecting with you all. The interactions are amazing. Like, a lot of you all don't comment on my videos, but you all reach out to me on Snapchat. Y'all reach out to me on Facebook. Y'all reach out to me on Instagram. And I so love you for that, which is the reason why I have these 10 questions that I have today. But life update, I am back. I am back. I am back. I am back. And I want you all to hold me accountable. Be my accountability partners. Hold me accountable. Hey, Erica, you said that you were going to have a video every Friday, and I expect you to have that. Hold me accountable to that. So I went over my life update with you all. Scheduling for my YouTube will be every Friday. So you can look out for that every Friday. The only time you'll see me post videos constantly is for Vlogtober, and I hope y'all are gearing up for that, because I've sat down and I've planned some amazing videos for you all for Vlogtober and Vlogmas. It's going down. Y'all hear me? It's going down. Okay? They say going down in the DM. It's going down. It's going down. I have so much good stuff. So many topics, so many appearances, so many fun activities that's going to go on. And I promise you, you can't. You don't want to miss it. And so with that being said, I want to thank y'all for listening to me and listening to my life update Thank you for allowing me a space to cry. Like, this space here, this is a safe space. And I want everyone to always feel like you are safe. Here, you're safe with me. You may not be safe with the rest of the world, but you're safe with me. Trust me. There's plenty of things people come and they talk to me about, and they don't go anywhere. But between me and God, we pray about them and leave it there. And so I love you all. But let's get into these questions, because y'all had a lot for good sis, okay? So I wrote all of your questions down. As you can see, Q&A. I wrote all of y'all questions down. So let's get into the very first question. Erica, where have you been? Yeah, life happened. Life happened. That's where I've been. Life has happened, and I was not able to pick up the camera even when I wanted to. Baking does take up a lot of my time. When I'm doing orders, I'm 100% doing orders. I'm not really focused on anything or anybody but making my customers happy. And I can't wait to take you all on that journey with me as well. Definitely stay tuned. Y'all gonna want to stick around for this. Okay? All right. Next question is, what was it like having COVID? It was rough. It was rough, especially having to be quarantined away from the people that I love. Granted, I talked to a lot of my friends every day. They would FaceTime me. Then my sister, like, my family was amazing during that time, but I just wanted to be in the presence of them, really, honestly. But they were amazing. I love everyone that called, that checked, that texted. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I sincerely mean it. It meant a lot. I just want you to know that it did. It meant a lot. So, and I thank you. I thank you for that. All right, next question. Do you consider yourself to be an extrovert or an introvert? I consider myself both, right? Because there are times where I want everyone around. I want to be the life of the party. I want to enjoy my time with you all. I want you around all the time. There are times I do. And then there are times like now where I want to be alone. I want to be to myself, by myself. I don't mind talking to you on the phone, but I want to be to myself. I love being in the house by myself. Nothing makes me happier than being in the house by myself. So I consider myself both, depending on the mood, depending on the time of the month. If you understand what I'm saying. It definitely depends on the time of the month. Definitely. Next question. Do you have any children? If not, when do you plan on having children and how many? Okay, so no. I do not have children. I have a beautiful and handsome, most smart godson that I love. He's 5 years old. No, I do not. And when do I plan on having children? When God sent me a husband. A husband. That's when I plan on having children. Well, he sent me a husband. Because right now, sis is single as a dollar bill. Okay? And when he sent me a husband, that's when I have children. And how many I want to have when we do? Triplets. So I can be one and done. One pregnancy, and we're done. That's it. Because ain't more. Nobody's getting pregnant multiple times. We're not doing that over here. Not in this uterus. So, one pregnancy, 3 babies. No matter what they are, I'm gonna love them. So I hope that answered your question. but a husband. When the Lord sends me a husband, a real husband. Next question. How has quarantine been for you? Do you work from home? Quarantine has been amazing. Okay, I've been able to save so much money. Ironically, right during the pandemic, I had just bought a car in December of 2019. And then the pandemic hit. So I got to drive my car about 4 months roughly, and then the pandemic hit. And so I bought my car. It had 22 or 23,000 miles on it. It has roughly 50 now. I traveled during the pandemic. If you looked at my Vlogmas from last year, I traveled during the pandemic. Me and my brother went to go see waterfalls. I traveled. Yeah, absolutely. And yes, I do work from home. I'm actually in my office right now. I love this backdrop. I used it for my Friendsgiving last year. And y'all gonna wanna tune in this year for Friendsgiving. Cause it's going all the way down. Okay? Eyes haven't seen. Hallelujah. Ears haven't heard. Okay? So y'all gonna wanna be here for this. Y'all gonna wanna be here in the building for Friendsgiving 2021, baby. Okay? Next question is, which business do you have and why? Okay? I have a baking business called Sweet Creations. It is my heart. It is my soul. I love Sweet Creations. And why? One, I like making people happy, right? So apart from me being goofy, silly, the life of the party, love to make people laugh, I really enjoy cooking and baking. It makes me so happy when other people's love, like the love that you get from cooking. Because when you cook, you gotta put love into it. Like, you gotta put your all. Like most people say, you put your big foot, big stinky toe in it. I put my heart into what I'm doing. And that's why, like, if something doesn't go right with my business, I take it so personal, and I take that as a real big hit. I take that. I wear that. Even if I'm unsatisfied with something, and the customer could be satisfied, but it's mainly me. I'm my toughest critic. So yeah, absolutely. But I love Sweet Creations. I'm going to leave the link in the description. So go check out my business page at Sweet Creations. I'm located in Virginia. So if you're in Virginia, hit me up. I got cakes, cookies, pies, all of that for you. Next question is, do you have siblings and how many? Yes, I have 7 siblings. Well, 6 siblings. I'm number 7. I have 5 brothers and 1 sister, and I'm the baby of the bunch, and I'm spoiled rotten. I love every last one of my brothers. I adore them. My sister is my best friend. I don't know what I would do without her. So yeah, I have tons of nieces and nephews. Absolutely. Don't worry, you'll get a chance to see them. Okay, next question. Describe yourself in 3 words. Y'all have been asking some really good questions, and I like that. I like that about y'all. I would say I'm a survivor, courageous, and one of a kind. To know me is to love me. When you have me, you have all of me. If you betray me, you have none of me. I'm not the type of person that holds grudges. I'm not the type of person that wants to get even. I just let the chips fall where they may and just move accordingly, act accordingly. So yeah, I would say that about myself. Next question. Have you traveled during the pandemic? Absolutely. Yes, I did. I went to Massachusetts. I went to Las Vegas. I went to Canton, Virginia. I did not sit still. Because the Lord did not give me a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And I wore my mask when I went places, except for in Vegas, because the restrictions have been lifted. So you didn't have to worry about wearing a mask. And we were passing by people. We never stayed in a group huddle. And then when it was me and my group of friends, it was just us. So we never really had to worry about any of that anyway. So yes, absolutely. I definitely travel. I wish I would have been able to vlog that for you all, but I know better now. All right. And this is the last question. And I'm so happy that this is the last question that you all asked me. Do you suffer from mental health issues? And the answer is yes. I suffer with depression and anxiety. And I've been suffering with depression since I was a child. And depression is something that's near and dear to my heart. And it's something that I want to talk to you all about. Once a month, we're going to talk about mental health. We're going to do a check-in to see how everyone is doing. I feel like that's important because a lot of people, and me being a young Black Christian woman, I feel like the church doesn't offer the help when it comes down to mental health. I don't want to get all the way into details, but maybe that could be my next video or a video in the coming future about how I dealt with mental health issues, how I survived mental health issues. And I've never been to a doctor and I've never taken medication. I've been prescribed medication, but I've never taken it. And I'm not saying, and I quote, I'm not saying that going to see someone is wrong, because had I known then what I know now, I would have been one to go see someone. Medication is not wrong. Had I known then what I know now, I would have just took the medication. Had I really had a voice, I would have sought out the help that I really needed when it pertained to my mental health. So absolutely, but I know how to manage it. And it sounds crazy, but I've been dealing with it for so long that I know how to manage it. And I know that when mental health, when depression and anxiety hit me, I know how to pull myself out of there. I know how much time to give myself, and I know how to wean myself out of it. And I'll explain that later, because I'm a specific type of depression. And it's not good. But I thank God for his grace and his mercy and his sustenance all over my life. Because I promise you, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be here at all. So yes, we're definitely going to sit down. We're going to talk about it. Well, guys, thank you so very much for sitting down and talking to me. Thank you for listening to my life update. Thank you for letting me cry. Thank you for your questions, for wanting to get to know me and get to know who I am on a deeper and more personal level. I definitely appreciate it. Don't worry about it. There will be more to come from me. Don't forget to thumbs up this video. Go ahead and comment. Tell me the content that you want to see from me. I already have mine in mind, but I love to hear from you. And don't forget, this is a theme that I love to stick by. Don't forget to always love always, laugh lots, dream big, and be inspired. And I pray that I'm the one that's inspiring you. Until next time, guys. Bye, loves.